What's up? What's up? Y'all, I know y'all didn't seen the title. I can't make this up. Brother Bilal is back in the mix. He has reached out. We're talking life threats. We're going to be talking what the title's about. Like the video as the intro plays. We got a lot to get into.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
One, please. When you reach out to me, make it make common sense, please.
I make it make sense. Are you being nice tonight?
Big Mims.
Surfer.
Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense.
That is a man hand. That's a man hand. Hey, the pressure changed to y'all. Only a man knows what a man needs.
Okay, guys. So what is insane is I literally was thinking about what happened to Brother Bilal. Brother Bilal was Will Smith's friend / assistant. We communicated maybe like January 2024, but there was so much going on. So to get you into the mindset, we had Cat Williams exposing everybody. Diddy, everything was coming to the surface. And Bussy was being murdered. This, if you don't recall.
I opened the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne having anal sex with Will.
Let me process that for a second. Who was on top?
It wasn't a top.
It didn't take too long for Tasha K to process that before she asked who was on top.
There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up, killing him. Murder, like murder. It was murder in there. I opened the door to Dwayne.
Also, just a little refresher. Literally, this was like the first thing I think I went viral for with my shorts.
That's it. I retire. I retire from trying to make you happy.
With Will and had a he gave me his blessing.
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
An entanglement?
Yes.
You know what? August Alcina always rolling up, smelling all good. You know, the young boys be wanting to get some sport.
More entanglements and no more entanglement.
He said,
Are y'all caught up? This video came out which we couldn't show you the bottom half. Are y'all recalling all of this? I'm not making it up. Are y'all recalling these things that went on? We had poor Tisha Campbell lost and confused, telling us she was still here.
This is not good at all. I look like my man left me.
That's so dumb.
Took all my money.
That already happened.
Oh, you.
Brother Bilal talking about Bussy's getting murdered, and then Jada.
So there's like, like so many rumors. Anything you want to say, we suing. I know that's right.
You're all caught up. So normally I'd be minding my business, being nosy. I wasn't even doing anything this time. And then from the ashes, Brother Bilal comes back into the mix. He has sued Jada Pinkett Smith, alleging that she threatened to have him unalived. Y'all, If you have followed the channel, you know that we interviewed brother Bilal last year. Doing it as you speak. Every time you have said look something up.
I love it. These are the kind of interviews I want. See, this is why I don't take money for interviews. Because they're going to ask all kinds of dumb questions. Was his leg cocked up in the air? Do you have a t-shirt on? Man, I don't listen. Come on, man. I ain't got time for that, man. You keep your little $5,000 for the interview. I'm cool. I'm not getting into all that. I'd rather do an interview for no money.
I did tell him that the straight shooters we have pushed. So there you have it. But that y'all, he has filed a protective order against Jada Pinkett Smith, alleging that she has threatened his life. And I have it. Let's see. It says on December 14, 2024, Jada Pinkett Smith directed her employee, Charles Alston, to contact me through my friend Kenneth Doman. Kenneth Doman called me with Charles Alston on the line. Charles Alston stated to me that he had just spoke with Jada and I should remain out of the country, not publish my book or do any more interviews about Will and Jada. And if I don't continue to stay silent, I would be physically harmed. Your Honor, respectfully, this summary to provide context for my request. I was a close friend of Will Smith for almost 4 decades until you saw his Bussy get murdered, and worked with him for several years and thought that relationship I had, I was a close friend of Will Smith for almost 4 decades and worked with him for several years. And though that relationship, I had business and personal dealings with Jada Pinkett Smith. I think he meant through that relationship. Because of my position within their inner circle for almost 40 years, they know that I have direct evidence of conduct that could expose them to criminal liability and imprisonment. In recent years, after refusing to assist them with certain matters and beginning to speak publicly, I was subjected to a campaign of threats, intimidation, and defamation. I have many more incidences of harassment that I have put in another section. I did a globally viral interview. I openly stated that Jada threatened to kill me, and that's why I'm speaking out. And that Will and Jada attempt to harass, bully, and discredit me as retaliation. Since that, before and after the interview, those very acts have occurred. I have been living out of the country for almost 2 years in fear of my life from Jada's actions. March 27, 2022. Dwayne Martin called me from a number ending in 4342. The morning after the Oscar slap and told me he was calling on behalf of Jada and she needed all hands on deck to do damage control as I had done before. And that if I didn't give the situation my full attention, I would face serious consequences, and I declined to help with this matter. I'm wondering if he recorded any of these calls. On or around September 25th, 2021, Will Smith had a private birthday party and a screening at King Richard movie. Jada saw me at the event walking into my face and placed her index finger on my face and said that if I keep talking to people about her business, she would make sure that I catch a bullet or a beat down, and then walked away. What the? Yo, he is actually requesting the protective order. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I look, you know, there's a spectrum. There's definitely a spectrum. Jada falls in. I could see Jada being the dominant person with Will. I could see Jada being the dominant person with August. I don't really know. I mean, perhaps in the right situation. It's not me. I was about to say something very messy about Queen Latifah, but the members know. Lately, I have been disinvited to things because of things that I have said on this channel about people's friends, i.e. celebrities that they know. So I'm going to not do a joke about Queen Latifah and Jada Pinkett Smith. I am reeling that back in. I am learning and I am growing. I'm not going to say who has more dominant energy between the two. I'm not going to crack a joke. I'm not going to do none of that. Do you see how I have grown? Do you see how I have grown? I have definitely grown. Because I was going to say something trifling and nasty and trite. Okay, I was gonna say which one would have wore the strap on better. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that between those three, the only one she would not have dominated would have been Queen Latifah. That's what I was gonna say. F it. I'm already not invited to the events. I'm already not invited to the parties. It is what it is. Look, I try to not take this and you guys with me to places, but I'm not going to lie. Some of my friends are managing some of these people. Some of my friends have worked with some of these people for years. So it gets a little sticky. And people have started recently asking me, well, have you said something about this person on your show? Would they have heard about it before they'll say, you know, sure, you can come? So it is what it is. Wendy Williams said, I'm only here for y'all. So whatever. It is what it is. I want to read that again. Jada saw me at the event walking into my face and placed her index finger on my face and said that if I keep talking to people about her business, she would make sure that I catch a bullet or a beat down, and then walked away. On or around October 5th, Charles Aston called me and told me to meet up with him so that he could put me on the phone with Will and Jada Smith. I meet with Charles Alston, and he called Will and Jada on the phone. On that call, Jada said she would have me killed if I continued to seek to put a memoir book about my time. Sorry, this one's a run-on. On that call, Jada said she would have me killed if I continued to seek to put out a memoir about my time with them or seeking interviews. Or that I asked Will, did you hear what Jada said? His response was, you heard what my wife said. He's the bottom. On November 5th, 2023. I'm sorry. I should not have had this Casamigos. I'm sorry. I take that back. Allegedly, I don't know these people's business. I do not know these people's business. Will is probably somewhere right now.
My mind tells me that she's a messy, tacky bitch.
I'm sure Will got a lot to say about her.
Come on, none of it's true. None of it's true. It's BS. They made it up. They lie.
I don't know anything about Will Smith's business. None. I don't have any direct link to Will Smith. I don't know about his business. I'm just being stupid, y'all, because of what Brother Bilal said. On November 15, 2023, a clip of an interview I did began to go viral. On November 16, 2023, in response to my viral interview with TMZ and Will Smith representatives, ran an exclusive claims, unequivocally false, and also stated that it was unknown if I had any association with Will Smith, despite public proof of our decades-long friendship and a professional working relationship. Also, Dwayne Martin, Will Smith, and I were all on the set together, so this claim could not be unequivocally false. On November 14, 2023, talent manager Troy Carter, who managed Lady Gaga, John Legend, and Meghan Trainor, called me from a number ending in 9393. I'm super curious to know if he recorded these calls. And we can find out because I think he's going to be on our channel sometime next week. So look forward to that. We spoke for almost 3 hours. Troy was trying to get me to retract my statements from my interview, and when reasoning did not work, he started to threaten me. On November 19th, 2023, I received a call. So literally 2 years to the day tomorrow. I received a call from Kenneth Doman from a number ending in 1476. Kenneth said that Charlie had reached out to him to contact me. He said Charles Austin spoke to both Will and Jada, and they wanted to pay me to retract my statements from my viral interview. And Kenneth texted me over the script that Will and Jada wanted me to say. I told Kenneth that I was not interested in doing this. I want to subpoena Charles Austin and Kenneth Domain's phone records for this day. On November 14, 2023, Kenneth D. Hertz, attorney for Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, this letter falsely claimed that I was never friends with Will Smith and never worked for him. Despite public proof of our decades-long relationship and documented work history together, this was another attempt to intimidate me, discredit me, and pressure me to retract my truthful statements. I reported Kenneth D. Hertz to the State Bar of California. On November 14, 2023, during an interview on The Breakfast Club, Jada Pinkett Smith stated publicly that I was trying to extort her family and that they were definitely suing. She also admitted she did not have all the facts, yet still made these false criminal accusations. She also claimed that Will Smith offered me money. Jada is a global iconic figure who has the money for the best lawyers and connections to the highest law enforcement officials, yet never sued or reported me to law enforcement. This interview was to harass, intimidate, and damage my reputation to pressure me to retract my statements. On November 14, 2023, Jada did another interview on this day with an exclusive for TMZ where she said, "We suing." And it's so funny. Now that I know the girl in the video, now I can't unhear or see her saying these things.
There's like, like so many rumors. Anything you want to say, we suing. I know that's right.
Oh wait, somebody said something. Let me see. Christy Moss, thanks for being a member for 19 months. You can't put anything past anyone. I believe Bilal. We'll see. What is Kenny in here saying? Kenny, why ain't you at the bar with the rich cars? Y'all tell Mims when he coming with me and Funky on the yacht because my super chat don't work. Hey y'all. I have not been invited on anybody's yacht. That's for starters. On November 14, 2023, Jada did an interview on this day with the exclusive for TMZ where she said, "We're suing again. That was never any lawsuit filed. This was another attempt to harass, bully, and intimidate me to retract my statements." After these interviews, she strapped on another one and murdered. Stop. That was an ad lib. I take it back. I forgot I'm supposed to be pulled together. After these interviews, I was contacted by just about every major news outlet. I did provide a statement to NBC Today, Fox News, and New York Post, and people called me a whistleblower. On November 11th, Pierce Austin called me from a number ending in 2323 and said I was a bitch and he was going to F me up if he saw me. I did not notify Jada Pinkett Smith in advance because I believe doing so would place me in immediate danger. I recently returned to the United States after living abroad for almost 2 years. She has previously threatened me directly, and her employees and associates have made repeated violent threats on her behalf. Giving her advance notice could have led to further retaliation or physical harm before the court could hear my request. Not get the strap. Not get the strap. Capital says, Mims, how are you? My wife and I were just talking earlier. We watched some of your videos with our friends while on vacation in Tulum. Glad you're back. I'm like the weirdest person. I don't watch my own content. And There was a agency that was trying to court me for they wanted to manage me and handle my publicity. And they had just bought this really nice building. It was huge. I walk in and they are playing my videos on the Jumbotron. I literally made them turn it off. I am not that person. I cannot watch my own content. So here y'all are on vacation watching is dope. I just couldn't do it. Thank you so much for the support. He is scared of Jada. He's scared of the one with the testosterone. Jada strikes me as, look, I'll just say that I feel that there are a lot of similarities between Will and August Alsina. And I'm not being crass. I'm not saying the gay thing, and that's not what I'm saying. When you sit and you listen to them talk, they seem like amiable. They seem like they can be molded. I definitely think Jada wears a pantsuit in the relationship. And Will and August probably wore a kilt. I just feel like, and there's really nothing wrong with that. Whatever suits you in your relationship, it is what it is. I just feel like specifically for Jada, Amy J says Bilal is lying on the Smiths. Jada don't play about Will or the family. I mean, we'll find out. He's coming on the channel and the book is coming out. I've seen the face of the book. The book is coming out. So expect to see more of Brother Bilal, not just from me, but if his book has more stuff in it than just murdering, the Bussy, expect it to go everywhere and expect Jada and Will to go on the defense. Let me see. What was said? Thank you for the super chat. It is what it is. There are some women who like to be submissive. There are some men that like to be submissive. Y'all know I've been very open and honest. I have friends from basically every career you could think of. And I think the most fun I have is when I talk to my friends that are like ladies of the night. And I ask a ton of questions, more intrusive thoughts. I ask too many questions. What I have heard the most of is the most powerful men. I'm talking CEO level, CIO, CFO, men who like own their own businesses, men who are at the top of their businesses. They like to be dominated. They like a woman to dominate them. So, I'm cracking jokes or whatever about Jada, but at the end of the day, if Will and Jada, whatever works for them is whatever works for them. But I could definitely see Jada being the powerhouse in that relationship. I could definitely see her being the power. She already said getting a divorce is not even an option. I think Will is just more. I think Jada doesn't give a F at this point. This is just my opinion. I don't think that Jada gives an F at this point. Oh. I don't want to. Remind me, members, I'll tell you all the story about one of my friends who's, a lady of the night and her massage parlor stuff. I don't know if I want to put that out there in just the public domain. Remind me to tell you all the story of what happened at the little massage parlor in a like a strip shopping center. I don't think that's appropriate. We already got Bussy-Gate as the title of this video. So I asked too many questions. I'm sorry. I just do. So these are some of the exhibits. So he's alleging that this came from Jamal. Call me. He's alleging that this is what Brother Bilal was supposed to say as the retraction. I'm writing to retract the interview I gave on Tasha K on her Unwind with Tasha K podcast and to others. And I'm assuming we would have been in there as well. Regarding Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith, Dwayne Martin, and several others. Upon reflection, I realized that I realized that the statement that I made in the various interviews I have given, I acknowledge that these statements were baseless and not grounded in fact. I did not witness any of the intimate acts I described. See what I mean? That's why I titled this video Bussy-Gate, because Brother Bilal said a lot of things. If you need to go back and review the interview, it was financial things that he alleged that Jada basically took from him or was the reason he wasn't getting more work. But the real thing, what went ultra viral was the whole, I can't remember if it was Will or Dwayne who was bent over getting it murdered. I don't remember. It really doesn't amount to much. Whatever the case is, I don't know that man's personal business like that. I'm just saying that went ultra viral. Yes, Tisha Campbell's Dwayne.
This is not good at all. I look like my man left me.
That's so dumb.
Took all my money.
That already happened.
Oh, you.
Yes, Tisha Campbell's Dwayne Martin. Although now I think he's engaged to somebody else. I think, he's engaged to some other lady. And Tisha, I think Tisha's looking great. Tisha got like a mini mommy makeover. She's looking really great too. Shout out to Tisha and Pam. They're two of the best that ever did it. Not Pam, you know who I mean. What's Pam's from Martin's real name? Yeah, definitely like the video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. What is Tisha Arnold? Thank you. Oh, Tachina, I'm gonna mess the name up. Tachina Arnold. Chalk it up to they're two of the best that ever did. I love them. Comedic geniuses, best friends. Since were they working at like a call center or something together? Or no, that was Salt and Pepper worked at a call center. They worked somewhere with the whole crew. I think it was like Spike Lee. Tachina Arnold. Got it. Thank y'all. I did not have the relationships I described. I did not have the access I described. I did not actually have knowledge of most of it. Not all of the things I asserted. I deeply regret any harm or damage my false statements may have caused to each of them and others. I offer my sincerest apologies to each of them and to their families and the viewers of these interviews and the interviewers for my misleading and harmful statements. That the statements that I made were not only false, but also defamatory towards each of these individuals. I unequivocally retract all of the statements for those interviews and the interviews for my misleading and harmful statements. Sincerely, Bilal. Mark Anthony. So he's showing that he was in the getting jiggy with it video. This office represents Willard C. Smith. It has come to our attention that you have recklessly and maliciously spread outright lies about our client. If you're just coming in, the lie that they really want retracted, of course, is this one. If you're just coming in.
Dwayne dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and having anal sex with Will.
Let me process that for a second. Who was on top?
It wasn't a top. There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up, killing him. Murder. It was murder in there.
Tasha knows she wanted to laugh. Tasha knows she wanted to laugh. But that's really what they want retracted. They might be comfortable talking about Jada and August after August put that out. But Will, no matter whatever his, proclivities might be, has never been one to want to expose anything that real about his life. If that is true, these are Brother Bilal's claims. The thoughts and opinions of Brother Bilal are not necessarily those of the Make It Make Sense platform. But y'all can ask him when he comes in next week to talk before that book comes out. And let me blah. In each of these two interviews, amongst an avalanche of aspersions, you have crassly fabricated a salacious and utterly false story about witnessing our client in the middle of an intimate sexual act. To be clear, these allegations are fabricated without a shred of truth and are nothing short of deliberate character assassinations. Furthermore, you claimed in both interviews to be a close friend to our client for 40 years, and you claim for 8 of those to have been his personal assistant. Neither claim is remotely true. To the contrary, you were never employed by our client in any such capacity. At no point would anyone familiar with the situation ever have described you as our client's close friend, let alone the best friend that you publicly purport that your publicity purports you to be. Not surprisingly, these defamatory attacks come immediately following your unsuccessful 2-year attempt to shake down your supposed best friend for money. Shortly after Mr. Smith's book came out, you claim to have lost at least $500,000 in connection with an unconsummated idea you had to promote our client's book. Out of respect, we took your claim seriously, investigated it, and found it to be meritless. So you are employed by Will Smith, but you investigated Will Smith and Jada Smith and decided that your clients did nothing wrong. Got it. Got it. That makes perfect sense. And this never happened either. Oh, it cut off. Now, if you guys have been following my political stuff, he basically did to Carlton Banks what Trump did to Bubba at that golf course. I think I put it on my Instagram when I initially did the video because I was not about to show all of that on YouTube, but you get the point. Now Carlton has made it very clear that he is not into Bussy. However, he is only interested and invested in getting white Bussy with the P. He made a whole rap about it. Let me see if I can find that rap. If there's no music, I'll play it. If there's no like musical accompaniment to it, I'll play it. I know his name is Alfonso, but he'll always be Carlton Banks. Rap about white girls. Okay, here we go.
Don't with me, because there's some hot white out here.
Oh, Alfonso.
I have been known to fuck some white girls in my life.
Alfonso.
Okay, every time you see me in a club, guess who I walk out with? Who? A lovely blonde white chick. Yeah.
Oh, Alfonso.
Come on now. I pick a break now. Come on. Every time I wanna say, get a white chick, get.
No. So somebody said I couldn't see him touch anything. He kind of like tweaked his nipples and then he kind of like patted, his little Alfonso on that video.
Come on now. I pick a break now. Come on. Every time I wanna say, get a white chick, get.
Whoa.
A white bee getting effed is his contribution to rap. Just to clarify.
See me in a club, guess who I walk out with? Who? A lovely blonde white chick. Yeah.
I digress. It's the Casamigos. It's the Casamigos. After hearing the details of your nonsensical story, unsupported by even a single shred of evidence, the mediator convinced you to accept a tiny fraction of your supposed damages. Your get-rich-quick scheme having failed, here you are, back at it through. The gravity of your defamatory statements cannot be overstated. They are not only false, but have been maliciously crafted to inflict maximum reputational damage on our client and his family. Such reckless disregard for the truth is not only disgusting, but illegal. So here's the thing. You can say something to defame somebody. Step one is for them to have their attorneys reach out to you so that you can make a retraction. If you make that retraction, then usually you're in the clear. If you double down on it, like Bilal seems to be doing with this book that's going to be coming out, it's going to get very sticky very quickly. Like, so if Bilal chooses to put the book out on Amazon, what might happen is they try to use their power to stop Amazon from selling it. They might try to use their attorneys to get the book pulled, or if he publishes it through another through another source, then they might legally go after whomever is distributing the book. We'll see. I have not seen him post any retractions, so he's standing on what he's saying. We hereby demand that you discontinue this misguided campaign of calumny and that you issue an immediate, unequivocal, and public retraction of the defamatory statements you have made regarding our client. This retraction must be disseminated with the same fervor and reach as your original. Libelous assertions and should make clear that the statements you made about our client are utterly dishonest and made without any basis in reality. Failure to comply with these demands within 72 hours will leave our client with no choice but to pursue all available legal remedies, including seeking compensatory and punitive damages in the defamation lawsuit. I cannot emphasize the seriousness with which our clients take this matter. You are admonished to govern your conduct accordingly. This letter is without prejudice to any of our clients' rights or remedies at law or in equity, each of which is hereby specifically reserved. So it's the demand letter. Will Smith rep denies claim he had sex with Dwayne Martin. I downloaded WhatsApp again. Charlie wants to talk to you. I appreciate the prayers. If you can find out what he wants first, I would appreciate that. I haven't spoken to anyone in a year and have no idea what he wants. I'm trying to focus on my health and putting my life back together. I think I can help with that. I need to speak with him. So he's just showing where the intermediaries for the Smiths have been reaching out to him. D.L. Hewley, Will Smith slapped the guy who tried to sleep with Jada. Jada Pinkett Smith addresses rumors Will Smith had sex with Dwayne Martin. Plans to sue. Jada Pinkett responds to allegation Will Smith had sex with Dwayne Martin. This is the image of him slapping the, Lil Carlton Banks. More of the intermediaries. So y'all, we will have him on the show, I think next week at some point. So we will see how that goes. I will see you guys tomorrow. We got some political stuff, and I'm gonna be doing a video, and it's gonna be titled "I Ain't Black," and it might turn into kind of like a little bit of a series, but you guys can put in the comments if you want to see me start tackling like topics that involve like ethnicity and race. Like this video on the way out. I'm interested to see where these comments go, and I will see you guys later. Have a good one.